All right, guys, how's it going? So, I'm all over the place as to where we are with various articles that have been published by various journos and various videos that I've done. And I don't know where we are, to be honest with you. But what I do know is the reason for this video is to remind you, or to point out if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, that Born Again Paul Joyce, as I said prior to the news that Alonso, was going to be staying at Bayer Leverkusen, Born Again Joyce is literally like this. You can't shut him up at the moment, right? And he's become born again since Edwards returned to the club. You might want to suggest that maybe Edwards is, providing him with a lot of stuff, or maybe it's someone that works with Edwards like Richard Hughes, who knows? But certainly there's been a change in output and seniority in terms of the main journalists at the moment, right? We'll always listen to Ornstein, we'll always listen to Joyce, we'll always keep an eye on the likes of Fabrizio Romano. I can't be arsed, I'm a bit tired today. Fabrizio Romano. Mo Salah! There you go, I did it for you. I wonder what my neighbours think. So Joyce is born again, and he can't shut him up, basically. And he ran an article yesterday, I don't think we talked about it, and it was how Ruben Amorim caught Liverpool's eye in hunt to replace Klopp. Innovative coach transformed Sporting Lisbon and could now be in the frame for manager's job at Anfield, as a result of the Alonso stuff. And this article, it's an in-depth article, and what I would say about it, I don't need to go over it with you, because all it is really is an article just gushing about Ruben Amorim, and that article would have taken some time to write up, okay? So he didn't suddenly yesterday think, right, I'm going to write about Ruben Amorim. He'd have known about that the day before when all the Alonso stuff was going off. And he's obviously been told that Ruben Amorim has a very good chance of getting the job. But there are suggestions from key players in all of this that it's not as nailed on as some people may think, right? They're saying, well, there are still other candidates, and I'll be doing a video about that soon with some new names to consider that we never talk about. Liverpool are wanting to give the impression, true or false, that Ruben Amorim is seriously under consideration, but there are other people as well. And I think even if they really wanted Ruben Amorim, they've got to create that vibe. Otherwise, it makes Amorim very powerful during negotiations and whatnot. So, Ruben, we'd love to have a sit down with you. We've got to see, Nagelsmann first, but then we'll have a chat with you if you like. Even if you really want, you've got to play the game a little bit. And how do you play the game if you're Liverpool Football Club? Via the media. What, anyone in the media? No, just people that are willing to play the game with you, i.e. or e.g. Born Again Joyce. So Joyce chose to write an article in depth gushing about Amorim, but he hasn't done that about De Zerbi, not that I'm aware of, or Nagelsmann. So everything points to Amorim. I think the message I'm trying to convey to you here is that Joyce would not put the effort in to said article, or articles plural, if someone wasn't in his ear, right? And we know who that is, don't we? Well, it's one of a couple of people at Anfield, right? And let me just put it this way. When Edwards left the club, and then when Ward left the club, I thought that Joyce, although you would always listen to him, wasn't as prolific. It became more Ornstein. And I think it's just switched around a little bit at the moment because of the current topic. If we were talking about the owners and potential club sales and things like that, we'd probably be looking at Ornstein. They're both two great journalists, but sometimes it's like that, right? Like someone has this and this. And I think because of his existing relation, let's not single anyone out of the club because we don't actually know. We can assume, or not assume, guess, you know what I mean? Because Richard Hughes is the one doing all of this. Richard Hughes is the man that's dealing with the appointment. He took the call from Alonso's agent. Edwards is merely giving input, right? And yeah, all right, Rich, yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? So Rich Hughes is a man. For all we know, Hughes has been introduced to Joyce by Edwards, and it could be Hughes that is giving all this running commentary to Joyce. I'm a little bit uncomfortable with it, to be honest with you. You might think, oh, this is great, you know, but it seems it seems like there's a lot of stuff coming from Joyce at the moment. Maybe you don't notice that, you know, maybe don't pay as much attention as myself. You've probably got a life. But, you know, there's more leaks from Anfield at the minute than there was on the Titanic, you know what I mean? So it does seem a little bit different to when Edwards was last at the club. So anyway, it doesn't matter. But we know for a fact that Joyce is the one being briefed on it all. And he ain't going to be putting that much effort into stuff if Amorim wasn't the main candidate. So again, here's another reason for the video. Amorim, absolutely the main candidate now. And some people that I speak to, that I listen to, have tried to suggest the minute Edwards came back into the club or the organisation that he would favour Amorim. So maybe they were right. You know, maybe something did change. Maybe Alonso did want the job and then things changed a little bit, or there was a different vibe. And if, you know, Alonso has to make all these different factors into account by Leverkusen, his success already, timing, you know, the person he is, his family, the working environment. Liverpool's changed from when we first started talking previously, might have changed a little bit. So then Alonso uses all them things to make up his mind, right? So no problem with that. Although I'll be honest, I do absolutely completely want Bayer Leverkusen to implode now. Is anyone else as pathetic as me? You know what I mean? Rafa was right, wasn't he? He's a little fucker. Do you know what I mean? He's a rat. Is that Alonso? It turned Liverpool down. Well, Liverpool didn't offer him a contract. So you can't turn it down if you haven't been offered it. Pedantic, maybe. But the club certainly want... The club are telling all the journalists at the moment, we didn't offer him the job. And it was Scott Cheatham on the stream yesterday that said Rafa was right. So I said to Scott, I'll get it into a video. So yeah, we're just messing a bit there. But yeah, so Liverpool will use I think Liverpool will continue to use Joyce for this. So I think he's going to be the first on all of it. Ornstein has clearly got an opinion. The likes of Pierce and that, if you even pay attention to him. I mean, yeah, I would listen a bit to James. You know, I like to see what he's got to say, but I don't think he's relevant anymore. I don't think any of the other journalists, without naming them, are relevant. I wouldn't pay attention to any of them. I know some of you in the Cop Talk chat room, t.me/Cop Talk chat, and on the members' website, constantly say what some of these previous, these journals that used to work and used to be close to things, I don't think they are anymore. They're no more different to, the IDKs. To be honest with you, they just got a name because at one point when maybe things were different at Liverpool, when a friend maybe worked for the club before these owners or whatnot, back then, yeah, they were worth listening to, but they're not now. So for me, it's Joyce on this issue. Ornstein, obviously. And then obviously if you keep an eye on what Fabrizio Romano has to say. Mo Salah. Okay, so I can't remember what the reason for the video was. I'm sure you'd have picked it up during it. Let's just say, I guess it's to say that, to point out, if you didn't know, Paul Joyce is gushing about Amorim at the moment. And he wouldn't be writing, write an article like that. It's no big deal. Write articles like this. Then there's a reason for that, okay? There is also an article that you might want to read. Don't forget, if you're a VIP member, read the video description below. Bet my weekend if you join the VIP members website. But everything is on the members website. If you think there's a lot of stuff on here on the videos or in the chats or wherever, it is a fraction on here as to what goes on the members website. And the people on the members website, there's some really, really fucking important people on there, right? Now, there is an article that appeared, I think it was yesterday, the Daily Mail, Inside the Mind of the Special One, MK2, Roman things too. Europe's most wanted manager, Ruben Amorim, is now Liverpool's #1 choice to replace Jurgen Klopp. So this is what I would Google. I'd Google Lewis Steele, he's the journalist. Lewis, S-T-E-E-L-E. Lewis Steele, male, inside the mind of the special one. A very, 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 very long article, in-depth article about Ruben Amorim, because I know many of you, are trying to find out a little bit about him. But yeah, I would recommend that reading of that article if you want something to do today. So yeah, Joyce gushing, Joyce being brave. Keep an eye on Joyce. Listen to everyone else. Have a great weekend. Love you to bits. Please thumbs up the video if you appreciate my effort on a Saturday. Oh, guys, Saturday morning, man. Could be sat outside now. I'll do a live stream today. Keep an eye on that. Thumbs up, comment. You can hit the super thanks button if you want to buy me a coffee or a beer. Hooray. Yeah, please read the video description. I really want people to join my mailing list because I want to start sending out emails. Because I think once this managerial situation calms down, we're just going to be going back to transfer speculation and such. So I think you might enjoy the emails I send out. And it's completely free. There's no advertising, nada. All right, guys. Have a great weekend and I'll catch up with you real soon.